Hello, and thank you for your warm Easter greetings, and also for your insightful comments on Handel. We should have come to you before we wrote our script.
This week we have a thoroughbred, an English composer, John Ireland, born near Manchester in 1879, in the same year as the composer Frank Bridge.
Aged 14, Ireland won a place at the newly established Royal College of Music in London. He lost both parents very soon after and had to fend for himself whilst studying the piano and the organ. And also he studied composition with Sir Charles Stanford.
Ireland destroyed almost all of his student works, but found overnight fame with his Violin Sonata No. 2. This is probably the only time when a British composer has emerged as an overnight star, and this was towards the end of World War I.
After that success, Ireland spent most of his life composing and teaching composition at the Royal College of Music.
His pupils included Benjamin Britten and E.J. Moran. He was also choirmaster and organist at St Luke's Church, Chelsea in London.
The majority of John Ireland's output consists mainly of piano miniatures and songs with piano. Very much like Gabriel Fauré, he preferred the chamber music setting rather than huge orchestral forces. Ireland is also very much remembered for his wonderful settings of English poems.
Ireland's contemporaries, like Holst and Vaughan Williams, wrote in a tradition derived from English folk songs, whilst Ireland's harmonic style was closer to French and Russian models.
Ireland's compositional style could be said to represent English Impressionism. Early on, he was much more influenced by Germanic composers like Beethoven and Brahms, but in his 20s and 30s, he became very much more taken with composers like Debussy, Ravel, and also Igor Stravinsky and Bela Bartok.
His piano concerto is arguably the best to have been written by an Englishman. It is a work of intense emotion and nostalgic feeling. He dedicated it to Helen Perkin, but withdrew the dedication when she married someone else.
Ireland was strongly influenced by English poetry, as seen in his evocative setting of John Masefield's I Must Go Down to the Sea Again. He also set poems by other writers like A.E. Housman, Thomas Hardy, Christina Rossetti, and Rupert Brooke.
He loved the Channel Islands, Guernsey and Jersey, their location between England and France totally appropriate for his musical orientation. More importantly, he found there also traces of prehistoric pagan ritual to which he had been drawn through Arthur Machen, the Welsh writer.
He shared a love of the countryside and nature with Claude Debussy and the artist Claude Monet. Perhaps that is what drew him to Impressionism.
His greatest love was for the English county of Sussex, a landscape of rolling downs and, in Ireland's day, isolated villages such as Amberley, whose wild brooks, streams coursing through fields, also inspired him.
Ireland was married to Dorothy Phillips, but only for 2 years. He never married again. Towards the end of his life, Nora Kirby became his assistant and companion. Ireland's letters indicate that his interest in women was minimal.
Ireland eventually retired to Sussex in 1953 when he bought a converted windmill, Rock Mill, underneath the Downs. He died there in 1962. We have chosen his piano concerto played by Catherine Stott. Please enjoy.